Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Fabled Lands, shall we? I'm going to be checking out the demo to Fabled Lands for the very first time, and I will put a link in the description below to the Steam page so you can check it out. Alright. Well, who do I want to be? Give your hero a name, change their appearance, and select one of the 6 professions. Gotcha! Alright, what do we got? Warrior, mage, priest, rogue, wayfarer, troubadour. Awesome. We're going to go mage, and I'm an outcast by choice. Our name, well, we know what this will be. And then we can change our hair a little bit here. Well, I guess. We could change our wand. Yeah, staff looks good. A book is nice. Oh, this is our artifact, like it's on our belt. Yeah, that cube looks dangerous. And what kind of books do I have? Okay. I like the floating crystal. It looks intimidating. And let's see. Starting skill, lightning strike, and ice bolt. Do I change these, or these? No, this is just what I have. Okay. And difficulty, explorer, adventurer, champion, or Iron Man. I'm going to go with adventurer. Balanced. And I'd have to say that this looks just fine. Death is just a flesh wound is my achievo. Welcome to the Fabled Lands. Read carefully within the text. There could be hints of what perils lie ahead. The Isle of Druids. You are alone in an open boat, waiting for death. How your life has changed since that day when you set out from your homeland across the unbound ocean. You had signed on board a ship with the hope of visiting a dozen ports and seeing 1,000 wonders, but calamity overtook your voyage in the first week when pirates swooped down upon the vessel. You and a handful of shipmates managed to get the cutter down into the water and were making off, but some of the pirates leapt down the rail right in your midst. The fighting was hard. You remember little of it now, but when it was over, the boat was awash with blood, and you were the only one left alive. Of your own ship and the pirates' craft, there was no sign. The current had carried you out of sight of any living thing. Best not to think how you've survived since then. At the mercy of the wind and sea currents, you've been swept steadily westward into regions completely unknown to you. Drinking water has been your biggest problem. You've had to rely on rain, and there has been none for days. Your body is weak, your spirits low. Then, just as death seems ready to draw his boat alongside, you see something that kindles new hope. White clouds, birds turning high above, the gray hump of land on the horizon. Steering toward the shore, you feel the cutter lurch as it enters rough water. The wind whips up plumes of spindrift, and breakers pound the cliffs. The tiller is yanked out of your hands. The little boat is spun around out of control and goes plunging toward the coast. You leap clear at the last second. There is the snap of timber, the roaring crescendo of the waves, and then silence as you go under. Striking out wildly, you try to swim clear, then suddenly a wave catches you and flings you contemptuously up onto the beach. It's time to begin your adventure. Battered and bedraggled, you lie, gasping for breath, until you hear someone walking along the shore toward you. Wary of danger, you lose no time in getting to your feet. Confronting you is an old man clad in a dirty loincloth. His eyes have a feverish, bright look that is suggestive of either a mystic or a madman. Well, well, well. What have we here, friend? Says the old man. He's odd and old. He seems to be talking to someone next to him, although you're certain he is alone. Looks like a washed-up adventurer to me, he says in answer to his own question. All wet and out of luck. I don't appreciate the judgmental double entendre there, buddy. He carries on having a conversation that quickly turns into a heated debate. He is clearly quite mad. Excuse me, you shout above the hubbub. In an attempt to grab the old man's attention, he stops and stares at you. Is this the Isle of Druids, you ask impatiently. Indeed it is, says the old man. I see you are from a far land, so it's up to me to welcome you to Harkuna. But I think you may have too much to do here, as it is written in the stars that someone like you would come. Your destiny awaits you. Follow me, young adventurer. The old man turns smartly about and begins walking up a path towards some hills. You can just see some sort of monolithic stone structure atop one of them. I can follow him. I can explore. I can scour the remnants. I'm going to scour it. You find a small vial holding a reddish concoction. You bless your good fortune when you recognize it as a healing potion. All right. I got it. And I can click the icon at the bottom of the inventory to press I or C to access it. Gotcha. So it's here. Cool. I have a nice paper doll. This is your inventory. Every item you pick up is stored here. Right-click on items in your inventory to find out what you can do with them. All right, I got it. Looking good. Now, it seems like follow the old man is the tutorial and explore on your own is the, I know what I'm doing. I'm following the old man. During your short trip upward, the old man regales you with tales of your destiny and fate, continuously arguing with himself as he does so. Make a move. Click on any of the available map locations in order to move your character. Okay, I guess I can go to the obsidian stones. Oh. I opened up the skill screen accidentally by trying to move the camera with WASD. Okay, that's cool, but I'll look at that later. I guess there is no moving the camera right now, just the stones. Let's go. You reach a hill covered with a circle of large obsidian standing stones. Despite the bitter wind that blows across these hills, the stones are unweathered and seem almost newly lain. Here are the gates of the world, says the mad old man. The stones are laid in such a way that they form 3 archways, each carven with mystic symbols and runes of power. Each gate will take you to a part of the world of Harkuna, though I know not where, explains the old man. Suddenly he passes his hand over you, mumbling a prayer to the gods. You receive a special blessing. This allows you to re-roll any failed roll once. After making a second attempt at the roll, whether successful or not, the blessing is used up. Great! Abruptly he turns off and sets off down the hill, babbling to himself. His voice fades as he descends the hill, leaving you alone with the brooding stones and the howling wind. This kind of feels, it might even be by the same group, or I don't know, it feels in the space of, I'm going to get the name of this wrong. It's like Explorer's Expedition or, Expedition Unlimited or something like that. Renowned Explorers, I think that's what it's called. And it's like a game where you're almost like archaeologists and you're exploring and you have a team of 3, but it's very similar to this with places you can go, lots of dice rolling, lots of, story reading. But we'll see if it's like that. I'm just saying my initial impressions. Abruptly, he turns off and sets off down the hill. Oh no, already. There are 3 stone gates engraved with ancient runes. Each gate is marked with a name: Yellowport, Marlock City, and Wishport. From here, you can see the coast and the whole island, which is heavily forested. So we could step through an archway or explore the island. Do I want to go through a gate or explore? You know what? I'm just going in. You intended to step through one of the archways, but the magic is not working in the demo. You have to find another way off the island. Okay, so In the demo, you can't do that. Let's go to the island and just look around. You decide to explore the island and ponder where to go next. You have a clear view from the top of the hill of the northern parts of the island, and you notice a previously unknown to you road that snakes along the cliff tops. Let's go. So I can go to Coastal Road. You could drag the camera with the left mouse button or zoom in and out with the wheel. Alright, so this is how you move the camera. I can go to the forest, the coastland, the trading post, the coastal road, and that's it. I don't know, the coastline sounds okay for now. You make your way around the coast. The interior of the island appears to be heavily forested. After a while, however, you come to a bay in which a couple of ships are anchored. A small settlement nestles on the beach. Make a move. You can recap all tutorial messages by viewing the tutorial log. Let's go to the post. Alright. While in town, you can click on the icons to visit different locations, such as temples, the local inn, the harbor, etc. The trading post, this is saying, click on the chest icon to buy a house or access your personal storage once you own a house. Okay, cool. The trading post is a small village set up here by enterprising settlers from the mainland. Its main export appears to be furs from the forest. The mayor, a fat, genial fellow who greets you personally, insists that one day the trading post will be a thriving town. There's not a lot here yet, however. A small market, a quay, or a quay, the settlers' houses, and a shrine to Lacuna, the huntress, goddess of nature. Alright, so let's check the inn. The Green Man Inn costs you 1 shard a day. Each day you spend here, you can recover 1 stamina point if injured up to the limit of your normal unwounded stamina score. Alright, I don't have anything. There's the market. Oh, I could buy some cool stuff. I do have money, actually. I mean, I probably want to buy some kind of magical thing, right? I mean, I don't have a weapon. I do have my spells. Oh, no, I do have a staff. Thank goodness I didn't buy that. I was looking up here. It's down here. Okay. Alright, so I don't need to buy that. Let's just save our money for now. Temple. You want to see how the divine is represented in this settlement. Let's check out Lacuna. The shrine is set in a wooded grove. Birds twitter in the trees, and a deer darts away into the forest as you approach. A priestess is tending a low altar where food and drink has been laid out in honor of Lacuna, the goddess of the wilderness. Excellent. She is the patron of hunters, trappers, woodsmen, and all those who seek oneness with nature. Okay. What about the other temple? Nagiel is the lord of lands and the dead. His temple in a trading post is covered in friezes and gargoyles of ornate design depicting the souls of the dead on their journey to the underworld. Inside, it is cool and dark, hung with black velvet drapes. Okay. Wanted, person of unusual resourcefulness, seek temple warden. The warden is in charge of security. We had an unfortunate accident, he says worriedly. In the crypt below the temple, we sometimes experiment with the corpses of the dead. You know, the occasional zombie, part of the rituals in honor of the particular aspect of Nagiel, Nagiel we revere here. It seems a ghoul has escaped from the pits and is terrorizing villagers at night. We'd rather someone like you sorted the problem out before the militia got to hear of it. Destroy it and bring me the ghoul's head. Alright, I got you. I'll get a head. Information was added to the log. Excellent. Search for it at night. Alright, great. So I could become an initiate, but they don't seem too appealing. You can view the story at any time by clicking on your hero and the show text button. Alright. Let me just leave the temple. And I guess explore. There's like a dangerous helmet here. What's at the quayside? I could buy passage to Yellowport. But I have to buy a ship. That seems costly. You found an abandoned house, which you claim is your own. Yes, I took it. While back in town view, click on the chest icon to access your new personal storage. Note that any items or shards that you store here are accessible from any house you may obtain. Alright, that seems nice. Happy about that. Go back. You set out at night on your quest for the ghoul. Roll 2 dice and add your score in the given ability. To succeed in a task, you must get higher than the difficulty. I gotcha. Alright, so the difficulty is 10. This is actually really hard. Do I get to add my magic? Oh yeah, I do. Sweet. Well, I'm magical, so I'm really good. Successful magic roll. Your arcane knowledge tells you much about the undead. Ghouls are known to eat the flesh of the dead as well as the living. They like to make their homes in crypts and graveyards and never venture out during the day as sunlight burns their pallid, undead flesh. Also, they cannot abide a powder of salt and iron filings mixed together. You could purchase them for 15 shards at any market stall. Now, okay, I was going to say I don't have any shards, but I was thinking I have coins but not shards, like they were 2 separate currencies. No, they are. I'm going to buy it. I lost shards, but yeah, but now I get this cool stuff. And when you're ready, set off to search the cemetery near the trading post. Okay, so my scouting is actually decent. This should be easy. It is. And the trail of gruesome murders and tales of terror lead you to an old cemetery in a near-deserted part of the old quarter. It's early morning, a few hours before dawn, so you haven't much time before the ghoul goes into hiding. At the gates of the cemetery, you find a small girl hunched over sobbing. When she sees you, she backs away, terrified. Now, charisma is tough. I'm not exactly the most charming. I made it. We'll take it. You convince her that you mean no harm. The little girl tells you that she was placing flowers at the grave of her father when a horrible monster came for her. Fortunately, she was able to run away. She points to a large tomb behind which the thing was hiding. You tell the girl to go home, and then you set out warily for the tomb. Suddenly, a foul stench fills your nostrils, and a figure rises up out of the shadows. Yellow eyes glow with feral bloodlust, and the creature's talons, encrusted with dried blood, reach for you hungrily. You found the ghoul. So honestly, the more that I play of this, I really enjoy it, and it is starting to feel more like a Road Warden, you know, like a kind of narrative adventure-based game with dice rolling and some RPG equipment and things. So use the salt and iron. As fast as you can, you lay out a line of powder in front of you. The ghoul gives a moaning wail and shrinks back, unable to cross the line. Quickly, you run around the ghoul, encircling it with powder. The creature lunges for you, but it cannot cross the line. You keep it at bay at every turn. Soon, it's completely trapped. Casually, you sit on a tombstone and wait for sunrise. When it comes, the ghoul is burnt to a crisp. That's awesome. Just waiting for it to get toasted. I got his head as a trophy. You take the rotting, charred head and make your way back to town. Alright, let's go tell the person we did it. I did it! You did it! I did it, exclaims the warden, happily taking the ghoul's head. And placing it in a jar. It's time for a reward. We got some chivos. You could choose only one of these rewards. An amber wand, +1 magic, 500 money, or a free resurrection deal. I mean, 500 shards is so much, but I'm going to go for the wand. It's a trinket, just makes life easier for us with magic. There we go. Okay. You know, let's see in Lacuna, do they have any quests? Talk to the priestess. The priestess, dressed in silken robes and wearing a wreath of oak leaves, says, I have need of an adventurer like yourself. For arcane reasons involving the secret mysteries of Lacuna, I need the tusk of a boar. A wereboar, in fact. Hunt down one and I'll bring me the tusk. In return, I'll teach you how to be a better scout. Okay, cool. Can you get me a blessing? If you are an initiate, it costs only 10. A non-initiate must pay 25 shards. Oh, okay, it's good for scouting. Okay. Let's go back. Honestly, I'm fine with becoming an initiate of Lacuna. Oh, wait a minute. Now, this actually isn't a deal. You have to pay the the low one-time pyramid scheme fee of 30 shards. But I'm actually going to do it. Hit me with the blessing. Alright, cool. And then now we're going to go explore and... Oh, where do I have to find this boar or whatever? Hunt it down. Alright, is it in the forest? Oh, it's on the map. Whoa. Okay, I'm on this little place. Look how big that is. There we go. The trees are closely packed, leaning together as if in conference, whispering quietly among themselves. Birds twitter in the distance, and slivers of sunlight lance down through the musty gloom. As you proceed along a forest track, you think you hear a rustling in the bushes. Later, you spot a shadowy figure darting through the trees, or was it your imagination? An animal snuffling sound right behind you makes you spin around, but there's nothing there. We're going to make this scouting roll. Oh, we destroyed it. You struggle deeper into the forest until you come to a thick wall of impenetrable thorn bushes. Circling it, you find there is a break in the hedge, but it's filled by a large tree. To your surprise, a face forms in the trunk and speaks in a woody voice. None can pass. Begone, human. Try to persuade it. You explain what a tree lover you are, and that your heart has always been at home in the forest. You portray yourself as the greenest adventurer ever. Sure, I'm sure this will work. We were actually close. Blessings are a vital tool in your repertoire to significantly improve the odds of dice in your favor, but remember, you could still fail a 91% success roll. I know. Use the blessing. Alright, so we're gonna try again. We made it. Oh, I suppose I could let one such as you through, says the tree thoughtfully. Then it uproots itself with a great tearing sound and shuffles out of the way. There you go, you may pass. You walk through the thorn bush gate. Beyond, you find several huge oak trees whose branches are so big that they are able to support the homes of many people. Alright. I was looking for the snuffler. The City of Trees. Welcome to the City of Trees, says a passing woman dressed in the garb of a druid. The city has been built amid the branches of several mighty oaks. Ladders run up and down the trees to houses that perch like nests in the branches. You're not allowed into the houses, but the druids allow you to barter in the market. Alright, let's talk to the leader. You are brought before the druid's leader, the oak druid, a bearded fellow with earth and leaves all tangled up his hair. He asks you to perform a service for them. Some weeks ago, the willow staff was stolen from us. He croaks. News suggests that brigands rampaging the northern coast of the island are in possession of it. I need a young adventurer like yourself to travel north of the trading post and return the staff to me. When you return, I'll make the techniques of tracking and wilderness lore known to you better. What if I keep the staff? Where is it again? I'll take the... Yeah. Let's see the marketplace. They do have like a tier 2 staff. They have definitely better stuff. What does this do? Rope. I mean, rope just seems like it would be good. I'm actually going to buy a lantern and... Oh, I was going to buy rope, but I don't have enough money. Alright, that's fine. Alright. So I guess I need to go here. Maybe the boar is up there too. You're on the coastal road that snakes along the wind-swept cliff tops in the north. Roll the dice. Test your luck. I meet a militia patrol. I actually want to be attacked by a wereboar. These militiamen are employed by the mercantile guilds of Marlock City and Yellowport to keep the roads safe. If you're worried about thieves, you should invest in a townhouse and leave some of your money at home, advises the militia sergeant, or better still, invest at the Merchants Guild. Anyway, if misfortune strikes, you're left without any weapon or armor and you're completely broke, find us and we'll aid you. Alright. Well, I mean, that's kind of cool. So, I mean, I guess they're both at this location. I have to leave and come back or something? Darn. I want to roll again. Maybe there's a way to re-roll. Okay, we got the wereboar. A wereboar in ornate armor comes thundering out of the undergrowth. There's no choice of retreat or surrender. To equip a weapon, right-click on it and select equip or drag and drop it from your character sheet. I'm pretty sure it's already equipped. Should be. Oh, there is like a battle system, huh? Okay. Well, I didn't really expect this, but that's cool. Combat plays out in rounds. Alright. Action points. The order of the portraits is the initiative, okay? Left click on a hex to move. Once an enemy is in range, you can left click to attack. Okay, so it looks like move. End your turn by pressing N, okay. It looks like... Can I use... What's the range? 5. Lightning strike. Let's start with this. Okay, I need to move up, I guess. And then... Oh, I can't hit him. Okay, well... That pretty much makes... I mean, wereboar, this is... It's like a minotaur, but boar. Oh god, he's coming. You can also use special actions. Click on a skill to start casting. Alright. I'm gonna blast this guy. That's all I've got. He's here! Oh, he couldn't move. Sweet. Let's run away. This is the way. Yes! Victory magic style. We got him. That monster. Alright, we got a spear and the wereboar tusk. Let's go tell her. She's gonna love the news. I did it! I got one scouting permanently. The priestess, who is wearing the skin of a wolf and covered in red paint, welcomes you gleefully. At last, the tusk of a wereboar. Now the ceremony can go ahead. Alright. How about that? Awesome. Well, everybody, I think this is a great first look at Fabled Lands, and I really wasn't sure what to expect, but it is a narrative RPG with a turn-based hexagonal combat system, an inventory, and just, you know, nice, pleasant music and fun writing, and it seems like a really cool game, and I'd love to know if you've played this game, if you've played it further. Would you like to see more of it on the channel? I'm just playing the demo, and I will put a link in the description below to the Steam page. It says it's Prime game, so I wonder if it's free on Amazon Prime, if you're a member, because I am, and that would be awesome too. So let me know what your impressions are in the comments below, and I will check you next time, everyone. Take care.